is Cotabato Regional and Medical Center in an aerial view. It is a 10,000 10 hectares land, no? Marami po tayong mga buildings, and it is a 600 bed capacity. Most of the blasting incidents does not happen within the city. So these are incidents happening nearby and being brought to the hospital. We have our Health Emergency Management Staff, or what we call as HEMS. All DOH hospital is required to have HEMS staff, and the organizational chart would include your medical center chief as the top in the organizational chart, followed by the DRRM manager or disaster risk reduction management, and HEMS manager assistant. It could be he or she could be a doctor or a nurse, followed by the CRMC emergency response team. So ito po yung aming initial organizational chart. This is now the Hospital Emergency Incident Command System. We have the incident commander as the medical center chief, or to other hospitals, he or she is the hospital director. We will explain to you later who will be in charge in case it is non-office hours. Let us first review the Code Alert System. Code White stands for Strong Possibility of Military Operations. Therefore, any planned mass action and demonstrations would include in Code White. In case of big holidays or big celebrations, our hospital calls for a Code White. Our next color is Code Blue. It is expected that around 20 to 50 casualties are expected on a red tag, and any internal emergency or disaster within the hospital. We also have Code Red. More than 50 red tag patients are brought in the hospital, and the services are paralyzed due to 50% manpower are the victims. Code Orange, more than 50% of the facilities are damaged and non-functional. General protocols during emergencies and disasters are as follows. In our hospital, since 2008, the hospital has already developed different protocols that we've been using for the emergencies and disasters. The incident commander shall assess the situation and assume responsibilities during emergency situation. Who is the incident commander? As follows: the medical center chief, or the disaster risk reduction manager, or designated representative during office hours. But remember, this disaster does not occur during office hours. It usually happens during holidays, Saturdays, Sundays. Now, who will be in charge? It could be, or he could be, the senior house officer or the senior surgeon resident on duty. So during those 3 bombing incidents that took place, it so happened that I was the one on duty, and I called for the activation of the incident command system. And upon arrival of our designated incident commander, I transferred the incident command system to the incident commander. In general, a hospital must have an activated incident command system for any mass casualty or disaster. You must have the equipment and facilities to put into effect in case the disaster or an emergency will take place. Evacuation area must be identified and readily be available at all times. Security setup, barriers, cordons, and signage outside and inside hospital compound to manage the control of traffic flow within the compound. Please take note, the hospital does not work by itself. So you have to have a connection with the LGU, with the police force, with the with other organizations to help you with this strategy, because the hospital alone cannot perform all those activities in case of disaster. The security will set up the barriers, cones, and signages outside and inside the hospital compound. Necessary medical supplies, materials, equipment shall be ready and operational for all times.
The world moves in real time. So should our healthcare technology. With information needed, decisions to make, and experience to share, every second counts. Live integrated tele-ultrasound enables real-time communication, remote collaboration, confidence, knowledge, and learning. The first ever integrated tele-ultrasound collaborative platform. Philips Lumify. Integrated tele-ultrasound, powered by React's collaborative platform. Innovation and you, Philips.
Remember, number 7 should readily be available at all times. Meaning, hindi pagdating ng pasyente, saka pa kayo maghahanap sa pharmacy, meron ba tayong 100 na IV fluids? Meron ba tayong 100 na IV lines? Meron ba tayong 100 na... So, it's not how it works. The HEMS always has a backup. Meron silang backup for supplies, materials, na in case of disaster, hihilain lang nila yun. At ang ginagawa nila, nag-i-inventory sila within our hospital. Kailan na expiry nito? Kasi hindi naman natin alam kailan darating yung disaster. Hindi rin pwedeng, ay, wala namang disaster na darating, gamitin na natin ito, wag na natin papalitan. No. The material, supplies, and medical equipment should be ready at all times and inventoried at all times so that in case of emergencies and disaster, you can pick them right away and use it right away. The incident command will inform the head guard. So, yung incident commander, tatawagin niya ngayon lahat ng mga concerns. Yung head guard, yung chair ng public assistance desk, at ino-notify niya lahat ng mga section. This is the event. Meron tayong expected na 50 injured patients. Ito yung mga kailangan natin gawin. Kung hindi marinig, use the calling system of the hospital or speakers or paging system, kung ano man ang ginagamit nyo sa inyong hospital. The security guard on duty shall control the orderly and safe exit of the personnel and clients from the hospital kung ito ay nangyari within the hospital. The use of the exit will be made if directed by the engineering. So, the engineering is in charge to make use of the exit na hindi siya nakablock. The hospital's safety officer will take directly control of the security guard, and the security guard will assist the different in and outgoing of the patients as well as the employees. So, this is the entrance of our hospital. The PNP can help kasi meron na kaming MOA with the PNP as well as yung ating mga sundalo, no? Na in case of disaster, nandyan po sila kaagad na tutulong at kukordon sa ating ospital para ma-prevent yung mga influx ng mga usisero at usisera kasi yun po talaga yung number one na problem. In our hospital, we have different offices and different assignments, no? When we have this casualty incident, let's say procurement will be in charge for the ortho, opta, and neuro ward. The laundry will go to the surgery ward. So each office will be assigned a particular station to guard or to take care of, so that all the needs in each area will be supplied. There must be contingency plan in case of emergencies and disaster. So once you activate the external disaster, ano ito mga external disaster? Ito yung mga blasting incident, no? Focus lang tayo sa blasting incident. Wag na tayo muna sa earthquake kasi it will take us 3 days, no, to explain to you all the contingency plan. Focus lang tayo sa blasting. May narinig tayo sa balita, biglang may sumabog doon sa kanto or malapit sa atin. Ano ang gagawin mo? Tatawagan kami sa aming hospital, and then the DRRM team or the hospital command system will be activated. And then, aalamin namin, ilan po ba ang expected victim? Marami po bang injured? Kasi, baka naman 1,000, talagang hindi namin kakayanin sa ospital namin. So, meron din kaming limit. Kakayanin namin hanggang 200, 300, pero hindi namin kaya yung 1,000. So, kung ganun ang mangyari, ibang system na naman ang i-activate natin. Then we call the ER supervisors as well as the station, different managers, and section heads. The ER will set up a triage area. Ang ER po namin, maliit lang po dati. So, nung time na nagkaroon ng mga blasting incident, ang triage po namin ay ginawa namin sa labas. And also, nung panahon ng pandemic, ang triage namin, nilipat rin namin sa labas. So, same scenario din siya. Triage and tagging will be done by the senior surgery resident on duty. Kasi remember, trauma ito, maraming injured. Pag-uusapan natin, sino yung mga assign ng ganito, anong nangyari sa ER, paano natin ipapasok, kasi di ba biglang sumabog, saan natin ilalagay yung pasyente? At yung pasyente sa ER, saan natin dadalhin? Kasi we have to cater these patients at our emergency room. We will talk about that later.